of its editor Stephen Motale. The Forum of Journalists for Transformation says Motale was suspended for running a story on corruption implicating former Finance Minister Trevor Manuel. Our reporter Aldrin Sampear has been monitoring the story for us, and he brings us more now from that march. Aldrin, very good afternoon to you. What's the support been like for this march today? Who's there?
Well, certainly you have a number of organizations that have come out to come and support Stephen Motale. You have the Communications Workers Union, you have got the Forum of Journalists for Transformation. You also have COSATU that has come out to support this movement, and then you have the Patriotic Alliance. Politician Kenny Gunene is also amongst those who are demanding the immediate reinstatement of Stephen Motale. We were supposed to speak to the leader of the Forum of Journalists for Transformation, Peter Rambedi, but unfortunately he just had to run now to go and sign the memorandum of demands that was supposed to have been handed over to Eureka, who is the publisher of The Citizen. She was on the podium earlier on the bucky right behind me, where she was supposed to have received that memorandum, but it seems as though that she was frustrated that the memorandum was quite long, and that those who are leading the march were taking too long to get to actually handing over the memorandum of demands and giving her a chance to respond. There was a bit of a scuffle between the police as well as the security and those who are supporting this march, as the security who was protecting Eureka were trying to push her back into the premises of The Citizen. But tell you right now, I'm going to speak to Vicky, who's also an employee here at The Citizen. Vicky, if you just can come and join me here quickly. Just quickly speaking about the number of people that have come out here, you've got different organizations. It's not a huge march as we see sometimes, but you have different organizations that have come here who are part of this march, and they're speaking in one voice.
Comrade, don't forget that I'm speaking as a journalist from the Communication Workers Union. The reason why you see that most of the journalists are not here to support this march is because I believe that most of our journalists are captured. Most of the journalists, they will not support their black journalists when they are being victimized in their working environment. But when you talk about the white journalists, they would be here to support this march.
What do you think leads to this? Because you've seen, for instance, at ENCA, protests outside ENCA, outside the SABC as well, and it seems that every media house is affected. 2016 has come with something different, where media houses are also affected internally. The employees are affected by working conditions and so forth. And here at The Citizen, we're seeing that it's something no different.
It's because the media houses are owned by white masters. That's what is happening, and they dictate what should be written in the media. They dictate what should be reported in the news, in the media.
Let's quickly then speak about investigative piece that you have done. That is the conversation, and we've heard that audio clip, the conversation that you had with the former Finance Minister Trevor Manuel. Many are suspecting that because of the Citizen's decision, or Stephen Motale back then, who was the editor, has been suspended now, because of that decision to publish that story and to release that recording, that could have led to his suspension. I don't know if you'd be able to bring us into that.
I cannot say much about the suspension of the editor at the moment, but what I can say that I'm the journalist who wrote the story about Trevor Manuel, and I'm the journalist who was insulted by Trevor Manuel, who then called the editor and told the editor that I was harassing him. But you listen to that video clip. Who's harassing who in that recording?
As a member of the CWU, what would you like to see now? We see that the organizations that are here are demanding the immediate reinstatement of Stephen Motale. Is this the same call from you, somebody who's worked with him as well?
Yes, that's what I'm saying, And apart from that, what I want to say is that to our fellow journalists, let us report corruption in the white community, in the black community, because corruption does not have color. The HIV/AIDS virus, it does not have color. Crime does not have color. But when we report about the issues, we report about crime in the black community. We are basically saying to the born frees, our black brothers and our black sisters, they are, they cannot uphold the high moral standards that we are portraying white people to be upholding.
Okay, well, thank you so much. That is Vicky, who is an employee of the Citizen, but as she's indicated that you are speaking in a capacity as a member of the Communications Workers Union, quite a lot of issues that she has raised, and quite interesting that these are some of the issues that the ANC has raised far back as 3 years ago, asking for the transformation of the media, saying that the media doesn't focus on white corruption, and the term that the media would use sometimes when there is corruption being found within cartels, it would be called it's a collusion and it's not corruption, but when it is black companies that are involved or black person that is involved, it is referred to as corruption. So those are some of the issues that she has been raising at the moment. We'll try to get a right of to give the Citizen the right of reply, and certainly later on this evening we'll file a full package with regards to today's march.
Aldrin, thank you very much. Aldrin Sampear live from that march to the Citizen newspaper in Johannesburg.